Hey everyone, welcome. My name's Melinda and I'm with Creative Collections. Hello and welcome. As you're hopping on, be sure to say hello. This is a special video tonight. There will be no crafting involved. So it is a full tour of my craft room, and so I'm going to turn the camera around so that way you see exactly what I see when I'm walking out to my studio. Okay, so there she is. That's Hannah. So that's my little studio. I have the air conditioner going, so when we get inside, I'm going to turn it off because it was quite warm today. And so we're going to just go ahead and open it up. And ooh, hello Hannah. Hi Connie. Hi Tammy. Hi honey. I'm gonna reach over and turn the lights on. Hi. There we go. Okay. So I just came in and I'm going to go ahead and scan you guys through the craft room, and then we're gonna go and take a full tour of this beautiful space that I've created to create with you each and every night. Okay? And then back to the door. Okay. Hi, Jenny. Hello, everyone. Hoy, I hope I don't lose connection. Okay. So my apologies if the camera is shaky or if it's too fast. Tell me to stop. Whatever you need to do. Anyways, this is my wall of crafts. I have my florals up above. I just took up there, I took trash cans from Walmart. They're like 98 cents, cheaper than Dollar Tree, more sturdier. And I just put florals in those. So when I pull florals or greenery, I'm able to just pull the bucket down and grab me some florals. Okay. Hey, Teresa. This is the beast of all beasts. This is my Thunder laser. This is where I cut your orders. I cut my orders, do a lot of fun stuff with it. And so that's my little Thunder laser, and then the wood supply down below. Okay. So, okay, this is all because of Hannah. I promised her I would give her a full tour of everything in my craft room. Okay, I do not have everything labeled yet. It's always a work in progress, right? So starting with our first cupboard, I just have some card stuff, kits, because y'all know I like to make cards. And so those are just kits that I'm able to pull out in a rush when I want to do something. This is some Mod Podge and some of my Waverly. I have my Waverly paint, chalk paint back below. Thank you. So that's in that one. This one is my stains, my rust, cinnamon. Anyways, Dixie Belle stains and some whatnots, stuff in there. So that's where I keep my stain. This is where I keep the resin. So when I'm in the mood to do some resin, I put it in there. It's just the way it's out of storage. Oh, this is just some supplies, some surfaces. It's anybody need a fuzzing cloth? Anyway, some tote bags and stuff to be able to craft on. So, okay. Each drawer I have, like here, I have Halloween supplies that I can pull from. Here's some fall, some pine cones and stuff. We'll be pulling those out real soon. Some more fall stuff. I try to give like each drawer two, you know, like fall or Halloween. This is 4th of July, so I have my, we use those. I see you, Deborah. Hello. So just some 4th of July stuff. Crafting. Some more fall, Dollar Tree fall stuff. You know, Dollar Tree's going up in price. It's going to be $1.75 now. So thank goodness I have all of this stocked up. And then this is Easter, which I stocked up on. So I have everything like, you know, I'll be ready to go for next Easter. Some more Easter stuff and some of the, yeah, just Easter, some of the eggs. Yes, they are IKEA. This is the 5 shelf calyx, and so I did all the inserts. And I'm telling you, it's taken a while. It's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect because I craft out here. You know, this is my crafting space, so it's never going to be perfect. So just some more Christmas stuff. In here we have Valentine's. So I have Valentine's supplies if I need to do it. And then, of course, I have the applique, I just added this one, the leaf artisans that we're adding to our, hi Holly, to our chalk line, and then the farmhouse tiles and stuff. And so it's like some stickers and all kinds of stuff in there. So if I ever want to pull that out, I have it available. So in the baskets, I have some like wearables for sublimation. So this is pretty much sublimation wearables. This is some shipping stuff to do, some craft, and then just some extra paper. Okay. Then below, whoops, I have here some just, you know, like rock and some wooden beads in here. And then that's my washi tape. I know, don't judge. I have like lots of washi tape. And then I was like a few years ago, I don't know if you guys remember, but I was really into the pip berries to decorate with. So maybe I'll get back into that. So, but I love the pip berries. And then there's some pumpkins and our cute little, hi Trudy, our cute little bunny rabbit. And then these were I haven't done anything with them yet because I just ran out of time, but these are the cute little butterflies. We'll do something with them. I always have things in the back of my mind, but I have to be in the mood to craft too. And then big long zip ties, because we all need those. They're saying 50 cents in Kansas Dollar Tree. And then extra glue. Is it going up by 50 cents? Yeah, because it's going to go to $1.75. And then just some more ribbon. Hi, Carrie. And some more ribbon. And then some patches. And oops, here's that butcher paper. I told you I had it in big old roll. That's the butcher paper. Now you know why I use the pre, and then just some chalk supplies. Okay. And then I'm going to come down here real quick and just show you just table runners and some glue down there. So you're going to find like some chalk stuff. There's my Watts of Love. You'll find some chalk stuff mixed in with my crafting. Like those are all some surfaces. And then some floral. And then this one's got cleaning supplies in it. Hi, Tanya Lee. So that's the big 5 cube that holds a lot of my product. Okay. Then I have my printer. Just getting this out of the way. Okay. So I have my printer, so I'm able to print off your orders. You're judging on the jealousy side, loving it so much. Oh, good. Well, you know what, Hannah? Thank you. Because if it wasn't for you pushing me and pushing me and pushing me, it would not be like this. Okay, so this is one drawer. And so, you know what I did was I took the floor, like the photograph containers I found. So if you see like these, they hold photos. I found those on sale and I thought, oh, you know what? This is great. I can put like those rusty bells in here. So I'm able, and I'm going to label all of these. So I have like my little roses, pom-poms, sunflowers. So everything's going to get labeled, and then there's like obviously Christmas ornaments and whatnot, but I'll be able to pull in here and just pull out whatever I need. Some rusty wire, and then more pennant banners stuff. Hi, Donna. So that's the top drawer. This is the second drawer. This one has like all my napkins and everything. And I'm going to start doing some napkin bundles because I figure I have way too many napkins that I'll ever use in my lifetime. So I think I'm going to do some napkin bundles and share with y'all if you guys are interested in that. And then this is just textiles. So that way I can pull out a shirt. These are those shirts I told you I get for $2 when they're on sale at Walmart. And then that way I can just pull out a shirt real quick and come and craft with y'all. You have those photo containers also and use them just like I do. Yep. Those are the best way. Hi, Kathy. So this top drawer, this is my Try Me kits, okay? So if you have been like a first-time subscriber or something, you may end up getting a Try Me kit, or if you want a Try Me kit, just let me know, okay? And then these are just some more product. I can't tell you what that's for. Hannah, look. Balloon pop. So, and then just some more surfaces and product that I send out. Again, these are probably like Happy Mail there and whatnot. And then more Try Me kits. This is inking. These are inking Try Me kits. And then this is my mailing. And then more just stuff for mailing. Oh, hey, an empty drawer. That makes me feel good that I actually have an empty drawer. That's awesome that it's an empty drawer. And then here's just some more textile, some twine, some felt squares. We all need pipe cleaners in our life, right? Send you a Try Me kit. And then just some more embellishments, more ribbon. More ribbon. You know, I should actually, you know what I should do? I should count how much ribbon I have and then have a contest of you guys guessing how much ribbon I have out here. Some bags, some tape for shipping, And then just more shipping. Best placement tape ever. I'm telling you, you guys need this in your life. Okay. Oh, look at those. Squeegees and detail pins. Oh, and then of course that's not going to open. And you know what? This is really hard with one hand. Hold on. There we go. Paintbrushes and color trays. We need those. We need all of this in our life. Okay. Hi, Tammy. Happy bow making. Yes. Okay. So then as we're coming around, I have a bank of drawers here. Okay. So each bank has 7 drawers. And what I tried to do is zone it. And then eventually I'm going to get them labeled. So with this first bank of drawers, I have my smart vinyl for cutting. And then I have regular vinyl. This is more of placement vinyl. And then I have my cutting mats and cords that go with my Cricut and thing. This is the sublimation I was telling you about last night. I have sublimation paper, DTF paper, anything I can do with sublimation. And then these are the sublimation blanks that I found. So like this one is a license plate I thought would be kind of fun to make. This is a leather placemat. So I think it's the same as like the mouse pad we did last night. I have a fortune in storage alone. I needed storage. And then these are dish towels. And then coffee mugs. This came with my Cricut mug press. Those did. And then here's just some more sub blanks. So there's earrings and then coasters and shirts and bags and more mouse pads. Does anybody else want one of those mouse pads? That was fun to make. And then this was fun to do. I organized my letters that I had gotten from Dollar Tree. You used to be able to buy like the packs of letters. Well, in order to spell out one word, you would need like 3 or 4 packs. And so what I did was I broke it all down. That way I can just pull and know what letters I have. Those will probably be getting moved. And then we go into the resin. When I create with resin, you need fun stuff, right? Like the gold foil and all that resin stuff. I got this all like at Hobby Lobby. And then that's the little resin mixtures and like Christmas. For the resin. Sprinkles. That smells so good right now. And then, of course, the dried flowers. So I keep the embellishments in there. And then this is my molds that I have that we work with when we're doing a project. And then here's some more, which we have not done this one yet. I might have to pull that out. Anyways, we have the alphabet. We have earrings. This is the tray and the coasters. But what I've seen other designers do with this is that they have made bowls out of them. And then then we're going into like my card making stuff. So I have my embossing stuff to emboss with. And then wax melts and the wax seals. So you can do that. So that's all that there. And then hot foil, which you need your hot foiling to make our cards. I like to do the hot foiling. Let's get that in there. Boom. Okay. And then this is really cool. I used to belong to a club. That's where you're going to see a lot of Stampin' Up! On the cards. I belong to a club, and so this makes your envelopes, and this one too. Anyways, it was like $15 a month, and like 10 of us would get together, and we would every month, and we would pay our $15. Well, once a year, we would become the hostess, so we would get the free product. And so I was part of that club for a long, long time. Okay, so then these are my distressed inks and blending brushes. I just got these from a club that I was in, that I joined. And then these are my small cubes. And this is a really nice way to organize your stamping cubes because the way I had them before, they were everywhere. And so now I have it in plain sight, and I'm able to pull what I need. And then my coloring pencils. Look, I have room to grow. I have empty spots. Coloring pencils, watercolor pencils for coloring. And then these are my blocks. Hi, Pam. And then I don't even know why I gave this a drawer, but this is light pad that we used with the old transfers. And then these are my stamps, stamp pads, and some of my punches. Okay, when I said some of my punches, I found another box in my sewing room that I have to bring out and find a home for. Okay, so then I'm gonna grab a chair. Woo. Okay, so then this is what I call my bits and bobs, okay? You know, where you have all those little beads or those little embellishments, but you have like no place to store them. Well, this is my solution here. You can get these little containers. They have lids on them. And so then I just sorted everything. And in order to get them out of the drawer, I just kind of play the slide game. Remember the slide game that you used to, hi Denise, that you used to play like to make a picture? I just play the slide game. I was like, oh, okay, there's the buttons I want. And voila. Or, oh wait, I want those. So I need to slide that over and I'm able to get to them. So this is one of my bits and bobs drawers. One of 4. And then this one's got like all my little brads and cute little clothespins and brads and florals and you name it in there. So that way I'm able to see right at hand what I need, what I have, and grab it and get my project going. Then we have down here more of our holiday and wooden, like the little wooden bunnies, eggs, the gingerbread man, Christmas, snowflakes. I divided them up and sorted them out, more roses, pumpkins, you name it. So that way I'm able to pull stuff out. Say I want these pumpkins in the back. Then I'm able to just pull it out, or I can grab the drawer like that, okay? I could open. That's what my friend said when they came for, she was like, you are like, who needs Joann's when they could just come to your place? And then look, Hannah, it's empty. So I have room to grow. I don't want to grow too much though, because then I'll run out of room. So then here's just more wooden things, wooden cutouts, keychains, you name it. And then this is my wood. So clothespins, those big jumbo tongue depressors, flat wood, and then here's some more craft sticks. So these are from Dollar Tree, and I should go get some more of these before the prices go up, because I'm not sure that they would be worth $1.75. I got the containers on Amazon. I linked them, and actually my daughter gave them to me for Christmas, and they were like a pack of 75. I think the ones I linked, I only wanted like 15, and she gave me like 75, which I'm so glad she did. So yeah, Amazon. Okay. And so then that's that bank of drawers, and those will all be labeled. So then as we come across, here's my desk and the back side. So this is, I just put this up together. It's just a bookshelf, and I put some cardstock up here, color coded it, needs to be labeled. I have my fun little pin, Stampin' Up! Pins that I can pull my colors out of. I have like those, you know, I hate getting rid of stuff. That's my problem. Like, you know, you buy those big old books of paper, and some of them's like really kind of cool, but some of them, they just sit around forever and ever, and you don't do anything with it. But then I feel guilty by getting rid of it. And then I have some vinyl here that's been like cut already to 12 by 12s. And then cardstock that is been sorted and color coded. So that way I can just look here at my palette, and then once I see it's like, oh, okay, well, I need poppy, I can go and I can find poppy and know I have the right one. So this is still like a work in progress. And these three drawers here is stamps. So like I told you, I was a member of a stamping club for a very, very long time. I still love to stamp cards and make cards. And so I never got rid of them. And then this one is still more cards. This is like from Simon Says Stamp. I have to find a home for that and make the cards. And then just some more cards that I have to actually, and there's my chicken that we haven't done yet. We need to make that. But anyways, this is just a bunch of bits and bobs in here that I have not organized yet. And then in my desk, I'm telling you, whoo, this is like a lot. Okay, so again, this is pretty much like my card making. And this is going to evolve around time, okay? It's going to evolve. I know it will. But this is for, you know, like note-taking and stuff. And then adhesive, Versamarks, dimensionals. And then I got to get these drawers labeled. And then this is just some label making, camera equipment for taking pictures of all that good stuff. And then almost an empty drawer. That makes me happy. When I see an empty drawer, it makes me happy. Okay, over here, just stapler, washi tape, ink, more emptiness. So that's kind of nice. Y'all saw me use this when we made the cards, happiest birthday wishes. Anyways, it's a MISTI. You put your card down, and then you can you put your stamp in, and you can continue to stamp. Nice little setup there. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. It's kind of hard. This is my shipping. This is how I weigh all your packages and get them shipped. And then on the computer, I print out your postage. Again, I just upgraded to a new label maker. So we'll see how that works because the other one died on me. And then just some chalk markers and some cutting machines, like a cutter. It's a small cutter. I have my full-size one on the shelf, and I'll show you in just a moment. And then just a place for note-taking, of keeping notes. Okay, then you come up to my desk. That's my label maker for shipping, my internet, my computer, and then this is a recent addition. I ordered this. I got it from Michael's, okay? And what's really cool is that everything is at my disposal, okay? So like, oh, look, I need a distress tool. It's right here. I need my scraper. It's right here. So everything is at my disposal for when I need to create. And then if y'all remember the pegboard that I had made, we chalked on that. Well, I put up, these are just some samples of the punches I have. So that way, if I want to look and see what punch I need, I can look and grab that. I keep my receipts in there for tax purposes. I'm not very organized that way. And then just some markers for my Cricut. Okay, so standing up. Whoop. Wow, Hannah, that's half the room. Whew, okay. And then, so then here's my full-size Galantine and card scorer. This is, I have not used this yet, but this is for tumblers, and then this is for mugs, and then this is my auto press for sublimation. So I just have it right here, and that way I'm able to grab it. Okay. What y'all been waiting for, I'm sure, is the ribbon wall. I've not changed out spring or the Easter yet. I'm going to pull the ribbon from the inside the house and get those, get some more of the fall, because I'm going to start doing Christmas and fall. So I need to start moving ribbon around. And there's that cute little bee lamp we did. Oh, here's another pegboard I did. I haven't chalked on it or anything. And I have to decide what I'm going to put on here, because this is the sink. Oh, don't look at the sink. But I have running water, okay? We got that hooked up today. And so now I need to scour the sink. But this is just a plastic wash basin. I don't care what it looks like. I know it's going to be full of color because that's what I do out here. I chalk. Okay, so then these containers are called trones, okay? You attach them to your wall, and I store all of my ribbon that I don't use in here. So this is my fall ribbon. Look at those cute little chickens. Okay, so that's all my fall ribbon in here. That's going to end up going up here eventually, because I'm going to start getting into fall, and I'm going to put the Easter down into the drawer, because then my fall is going to go up, my spring and fall. And then there is some more fall ribbon. And then, oops, here is Christmas. Some Christmas ribbon. Some of it I haven't used because I buy multiples of it because I use it all the time. Some more Christmas ribbon. Like I found this, I think at Home, was it Home Goods? And it's normally $6.99, but I think I got it at 90% off. So I only paid 69 cents for this. And what I really loved about it was, look at the spool. I mean, that's so cool. So when I'm done with that, that's going to go into my sewing room for cross stitching for finishes. So I'm always looking, what can I use? What can I do? Hold on. And then here's some more beautiful winter Christmas ribbon. There we go. And oh, look at that. That one's almost empty. I need to fill it up. It's like, I need to fill it up. Oops. We had a ink disaster. So I had a bunch of this ribbon just sitting in a container. And I was like, oh my gosh, what can I do where I can see it? And so I saw on somebody's craft room tour, whatever, and what they had done was that they had pinned it. And so I put it on a great big old safety pin. So now if I am looking for a specific ribbon to make a cute little tiny bow, I can snip off a little bit of it. I can make my bow, snip it off, and I will still have ribbon displayed. Isn't that cool? If you're wondering, no, I don't drink coffee out here. This is for a craft project that I will eventually teach you guys. And then just some extra paste and ink and stain, okay? So if I am running low in my container, I can just come and be like, oh yeah, I need meadow. Here it is. Boom. And I try to keep updated at least one jar of every paste. That way, because you never know when you're going to run out. Okay. So I'm going to turn y'all very slowly because I don't want you guys to get dizzy. But that's what I see from when I'm teaching you guys my crafting techniques. Okay. So this is exactly what I see. I have my light. I have my computer. I have my paintbrushes here. I love this storage container for my paintbrushes. I used to keep it all in like a jar, and it has just exploded. Hi, Christy. And then my squeegees. And then, of course, this is the cleanest my table has ever been. Okay, so my table is a Husky workbench, okay? It's got like 7 drawers, I think. 9 drawers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 drawers, okay? And so what I've done, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. The surfaces are all in my house because I had a little shed and I can't keep moisture out of cardboard. So I had to move everything into the house. So I have that all in my hall closet. Okay, so when you see me get into my drawers and you're on yours like, oh, I grabbed this. Okay, it's not very organized. It used to be, but I have like scissors and my wire cutters. And so let's go ahead and start here. So I have my zip ties for my bow making. I've got my scissors, scraping tools, my tools for wire cutting, my jar opener. Whoops. I have my jar opener because y'all know I have absolutely no strength. Hold on, I'm going to see if we can I can move this. So I have my wax. These are those resin mold tools I told you guys about, that your resin won't stick to it, okay? They're like 99 cents at Hobby Lobby, very cheap. You could even, well, it's cheaper than Dollar Tree, because it was like, they have the makeup spatula brushes at Dollar Tree, but those cost you $1.25. Hobby Lobby is only 99 cents. And then I have my resin, my UV light, and my sanding paper, and all that good stuff. Okay, so that is my tools. I used to have my paste up here, but as you can see, this drawer I get more use out of than I do out of my paste drawer. So this is my paste. I have it pretty much all labeled. I had it at one time alphabetized, so that way if I wanted bark, I knew, okay, A, B, bark, or S or T for, you know, tide. I'm able to get to it right away. And then this one is all the shimmers. As you can see, I have plenty of room to grow with shimmer. There's nothing wrong with shimmer. It's just not one of my favorites. This is my Dixie Belle line. So I have it all labeled. And so when I'm looking for a color, I can come back and I'm like, oh yeah, I want, oh, let's see, I want peacock. Boom, there's peacock right there. I can just pull it right out and there's my peacock. So I try to keep everything pretty much organized. Whoops. This drawer is where I keep the power tools and some glue, extra glue and whatnot. So that's the drill bits, sanding or cutting tool and stuff like that. Okay, coming to this side, this is my inks. I do not have them labeled. They will eventually get labeled because as you can tell when I'm inking, I'm always looking at the side color. So I do need to get those labeled. Just haven't done it, but that's where I keep the inks. This is where I keep my clamps, my gilding wax, some board erasers, the etching cream, the chalk markers, magnets, just, you know, little tools that I know I probably need. Some popsicle sticks for when I'm stirring resin. So just try to keep it somewhat organized. Okay, this drawer holds my D-size transfers. Okay, so as you can see, look how many there are. So I have D-size transfers in this drawer. I need to go through them and pull out the retired ones. But that way I can just go through and be like, oh, look, that's one of our brand new transfers that is coming to you on July 8th. It's called the Fall Harvest Pattern. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm able to just pull those D-size transfers out right there. This one, I keep my fuzzing cloth, my heat gun, just, you know, some extra stuff in here. Nothing too important. Okay. Okay. Whew. So now we're coming around to the side. I added a table because this used to be blank space for me. And so it just piled up like you wouldn't believe. So I added this table. And so this is my sublimation printer. When we sublimated last night, I printed everything off of my sawgrass. And so I just hook it up to my printer, to my computer, and I'm able to print. And then I have like some tools. There's my drill, my heat press, glue gun, hot, my heat gun and stuff. And I don't know if y'all are aware of these, but these are really cool. These are called tabletop extension cords, I think. You get them on Amazon. And what's really cool is that they clamp onto your table. You plug it in. So now I've got an additional 4 sockets here, plus my USBs that I can run my electric stuff. So like here's my printer. This is my heat press. I can hook up my glue gun if I need be. But what's really cool about my workbench is that when I had the building built, the electrician, he put sockets in the floor. And so my workbench, you can't hardly see it, but I can plug in. I have a extension cord plug thing here, and it just plugs into the floor. This is where I keep my my E-size transfers, is just in those sleeves that you get with your order when you have an E-size transfer. So I just keep those. I have enough E-size transfers now that I'm going to separate the holiday from like the evergreen transfers. And then down below is where I keep my vinyl for the Cricut and the silhouette. And then I keep my other heat press and stuff here. And then here's where I keep B and A size transfers. Okay, so there's some B's and some A's. These are my C's. They fit perfect in this Alex drawer. Some more B's. More C's. Down below, these are my ink mats. And then what you're seeing is a bunch of squeegees that need to be washed. And then down here, I keep like my parchment paper, my saran wrap, and stuff like that that I need for creating. Okay. Okay. Then up above, I have my Cricut and my Cameo. Okay, so here's my Cricut, and here's my Cameo. Love them both equally. It just depends on my mood. And then I have my, I will show you the display wall. But then I have another set of Trones, set of 6, that I keep surfaces in, like the flat surfaces. If I want to chalk on something that I need flat. Like here's that cute little chubby Santa. I had an extra one, the gifts. So I just throw those in there. In here is where I keep the club transfers when I don't want to lose them. Yeah, it's a squeegee stew. But I just collect them and then I clean them all at once. And just, it's easier that way. Watercolor paper, some more heat gun tools. These are the jars I use when I have mixed paste up a certain color and I made too much and I don't want to throw it away. I just use those jars and they're sealed tight, and so I can come back to it. And so I keep them up here and label them. Okay. This one is my 4th of July. I'm going to show you guys a really cool tomorrow night, a really cool 4th of July project that if you have it, if you shop Dollar Tree, you probably have the supplies on hand, and so then you can make it for the 4th. And then some Halloween ribbon down below, which is not quite full. I know I have ribbon in the house. Okay, so then I keep the current transfers on the peg wall, on my wall. So that way, it's like, I just got these ones in. I know what is still in stock. That way I'm not pulling old stock, because we were told, like when we do our lives and stuff, don't show old product, especially if it's not in stock, because you can't sell it. But if I do show something old, most likely I have extras. So it's available. That's our After Dark transfer. I don't believe in you either. Okay. Oh, and speaking of After Dark, hey Karen, speaking of the After Dark, I was told we are getting more in. So if you are part of the Secret Society page, be on the lookout for a update on that. And then these are my A-size transfers. Then I'm going to back out slowly. This is my wall. This is the stuff that I've created with you all. And I just throw it up on the wall and kind of give you guys a good, so that way you can see what we've made. Hi, Mary. And then I have my trash can. And so that is my creating space. What do y'all think? I'm trying to think, did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Okay, I'm going to turn, whoops. I'm going to turn myself around if I can figure that out. Okay, hold on. There we go. Boom. Hey, did I miss anything? And here you have it. I'm Melinda, and I am with Creative Collections. Hello and welcome. You all just saw my craft room, and I'm telling you, this is probably the cleanest craft room that I have had in a very long time. So I just want to give a really good deep heart thank you, Hannah, for pushing me and pushing me and pushing me to make it happen. I just had some surface stuff I had to clean up today, but it's not perfect. It's not labeled. That's what I wanted. So my next tour, maybe everything will be labeled. So that's what I got for you guys tonight. I gave you an inside look to Creative Collections. It's bigger than your craft room. Well, because it's a business too, Tanya. So it's my business. It's not only my craft room, but it's my business. So I had to figure out how to mix both together, because I create and do everything together. It's very nice. I'll have to watch the replay since I think I missed Stampin' Up. You do that too. You do the Stampin' Up. Yeah, I did Stampin' Up for a long time, and then COVID hit and the group dissolved. And so I just now started getting back into it, but I went with Simon Says Stamps Club. I've done so much. I should feel accomplished. Oh, I do feel accomplished, because I don't know if y'all know, it has been a task working full time, trying to move everything out here, getting things, moving, getting storage and stuff, because this is just a shed. So it has like literally no closet, nothing. So I've had to figure out how I can make this space work for me. And like I said, it's not perfect. I will probably rearrange it a million more times before I am completely happy with it. And then when I'm happy with it, I'll probably arrange it again. I do want to get everything labeled, because that way when I tell Piper or Roy, hey, go to that drawer that's labeled 4th of July, they'll know what drawer I'm talking about. Right now, they're like, what drawer? You have a million of them in here. Hey, Nikki. Hi, Karen. Yeah. It's perfect. It is perfect. For right now, it's perfect for me. And, like I told y'all earlier, this is not, my craft room is never going to be perfect. It's as perfect as it's going to be, because I create in here, just like your craft room. And this took me like years to collect. It's not like, oh, I just went on Amazon and, I made a huge purchase. I have been collecting crafts for years. So whether it's big a large amount of stuff or a small amount. It's your craft room. Make it yours. Hello, Nikki. Yeah, but it's perfect for me for right now. Like I said, I'm just now getting into sublimation, so you guys are going to see a lot more sublimating. You're going to see a lot more card making from me. My laser. Hi, Linda. Yeah, I showed the laser at the beginning when we came in, so I'll go ahead and turn you around again, and I'll show you guys. I'll give you guys one more because I know a lot of you just came in. But yeah, that's what I look out. I look out the door to my yard when I'm sitting at my desk, but that's my laser. That's where I do all the laser cutting and stuff. So it's not one of those great big lasers, but it's perfect size for me. Oh, look at that. I have a project in here. Gee, I wonder whose project that was going to be. So yeah, I have a Thunder laser. And so when we bought it 2 years ago, we didn't know what we were going, because it was in the garage and we didn't know what we were going to put it on. And so we found these workbenches. And so we got 2 of them and just butted them up against each other. And I forgot I had storage in here. Oh my gosh, Hannah, look! It's an empty drawer. It's completely empty. Woo! Anyways, we had these workbenches, and we got the workbenches, butted them up so that way the laser could support it. They'll support the laser. Wow, what am I going to do with that empty space now? And then you don't realize how excited I am about that empty drawer. So I do like to display some of my work for me, stuff that I absolutely love. Like I love doing that bird nest. I love doing the chicken and the plant staying alive. Like I said, my sink is now working, so I will have to get, when I come out, okay, I'm going to turn you all back around. Do you guys want to look that way or this way? You're like, I don't care. When I have to remember when I come out, I just have to turn the water on because we keep it turned off. That way it doesn't leak or anything. And then I'm able to clean my transfers out here now. So I don't have to run them into the house every night, which is okay. I mean, if I have to do that, I can do that. But yeah, so that's my craft space, my creating space. Hi, Jeannie. You're very welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me. Such a cool room. It is a cool room. Like I said, this is where I get my inspiration, is out here. Now, I do have another craft room. It's my sewing room. Okay. I'm gonna do a tour of that specifically because I know that's where I love to create with my embroidery and my cross stitching and my quilting and stuff. And so I will eventually do a tour of that. The room is clean. I just haven't done the tour yet. You're so welcome. Okay, you're in awe. So yeah, if y'all want to take some pictures of your guys' craft space, no matter how big or how small, post a picture and I will feature you on Creative Collections. We'll just do like a whole feature of our craft spaces because there are craft spaces. So yeah, so that's what I got for you guys tonight. I spent an hour out here showing you my craft space, so there will be no craft tonight, but I will be back tomorrow night, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, with with an inspirational craft for you that you can create on a budget, because we all know things are going up in the world, right? Everything. We're all being affected by these tariffs. So I want to make sure that you're able to create on a budget just like I like to create on a budget. So with that being said, I'm going to get off of here and go finish relaxing for the night, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great night. Good night, everyone.